What if I told you that one of the world's greatest automobile companies was built by a man who was told he wasn't good enough? A man whose first business failed, whose factory was destroyed, whose dreams were shattered by war, and who almost lost everything. Yet today, millions of people around the world drive cars and motorcycles carrying one name: Honda. This is the inspiring story of Soichiro Honda, a man who proved that failure is never the end of the road. Soichiro Honda was born in 1906 in a small village in Japan. His father was a blacksmith who repaired bicycles, and from an early age, young Soichiro loved taking machines apart just to understand how they worked. While other children played with toys, Soichiro was fascinated by gears, engines, and anything mechanical. He wasn't interested in becoming a doctor or a lawyer. He dreamed of building machines that could change people's lives. At the age of 15, he left home and moved to Tokyo to work as an apprentice at a small automobile repair shop. The work was difficult, the hours were long, but every day he learned something new. Years later, he returned to his hometown with one goal: to build better engine parts. He started a small company making piston rings, hoping to sell them to Toyota. Confident in his idea, he presented his products. Toyota rejected them. The company said his piston rings didn't meet their quality standards. For many people, that would have been the end of the story, but not for Soichiro Honda. Instead of giving up, he returned to school, studied engineering, learned from his mistakes, and spent months improving his design. Eventually, Toyota accepted his piston rings. His hard work had finally paid off. But life had another challenge waiting. During World War II, his factory was heavily damaged by bombing. Then, before he could fully recover, a powerful earthquake destroyed what was left. Everything he had worked for was gone. Most people would have accepted defeat. Instead, Soichiro made a bold decision. He sold the remains of his factory and started over. After the war, Japan faced a severe fuel shortage. Cars were expensive to operate, and many people couldn't afford transportation. Soichiro noticed something others overlooked. He attached a small engine to a bicycle. The result was simple, affordable, and incredibly useful. People loved it. Soon, demand grew faster than he could produce them. In 1948, Soichiro Honda founded Honda Motor Company with a vision of creating reliable transportation for everyone. The company began by building motorcycles. Their focus wasn't just speed, it was quality, innovation, and reliability. Within a few years, Honda became Japan's leading motorcycle manufacturer. But Soichiro wasn't satisfied. He dreamed even bigger. Many experts believe Japanese companies could never compete with European and American car manufacturers. Once again, people underestimated him. Ignoring the criticism, Honda entered the automobile market. The journey wasn't easy. There were setbacks, technical challenges, and fierce competition. But Honda continued to innovate. The company developed fuel-efficient engines, dependable vehicles, and technology that earned the trust of customers worldwide. Today, Honda is one of the world's largest automobile and motorcycle manufacturers, with millions of vehicles sold every year. Its success began with one man who refused to let failure define him. Soichiro Honda once said, "Success is 99% failure." He understood something many people never realize. Every mistake teaches a lesson. Every setback builds strength, and every failure brings you one step closer to success. His story reminds us that success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about refusing to quit. The next time life tells you your dream is impossible, remember Soichiro Honda, the man whose products were rejected, whose factory was destroyed, whose business collapsed, yet who never stopped believing in his vision. Because sometimes, the road to success begins with failure. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to LifeEcho Stories, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that every great success starts with the courage to keep going. Thank you for watching.